Welcome, algebra students. This is your first video for Unit 1. It is important that you take good notes so that you can reference them throughout this unit. In algebra, variables are used quite often. A variable is simply a letter that represents a number. And you see variables in equations and expressions. For example, an expression like this, 5 more than D. Now with this, we're going to convert it into an algebraic expression, which just means using numbers and symbols. Well, 5 more than D, the words more than means addition, so you're just adding 5 plus D. That plus sign there. You could also say D plus 5. The next one, it says a number x multiplied by 6. Well, in high school algebra, we're not going to use the multiplication symbol. We're just going to write the two things right next to each other. So number x multiplied by 6, that's 6x. That does mean 6 times x. And we generally put the number in front. 10 less than a number v. The words less than refer to subtraction. But however, less than is a little different. We have to make sure that we switch the order. So it's not 10 minus v, it's going to be v minus 10. So not 10 minus v, okay? And then finally, the product of 8 and a number minus 9. There's a couple different operations that are illustrated here. You have the words product and the word minus. Let's do the product portion first. The product of 8 and a number x is 8x. And then minus 9, so we're going to just subtract 9. Okay, so that's that example. So here we're given the algebraic expressions. We're going to go and create a verbal phrase or an expression written out in words. So 5r minus 3. Well, we see there's a subtraction sign and that there is a product. So we could say the product of 5 and r and then minus 3. Next, we have a fraction with an addition sign. We should remember a fraction means division, so we could say the quotient of x and 8, and then say plus 2. There are other variations of these that you could write, but this really is all you need to do these type. A couple more questions here. What is the difference between an equation and an expression? Well, equations have equal signs, okay? Equations have equal signs. Expressions don't have an equal sign. You could also talk about how an equation contains an expression. And then finally, write an equivalent expression to 5x plus 6 divided by 12. Essentially what we're going to do is break this equation or this expression down into two, knowing that both the 5x and the 6 are divided by 12. We could break it down to 5x over 12 plus 6 over 12. That means the same thing. We could also reduce this to 5x over 12 plus 6 divided by 12 is 1/2. There you have it. That's your first video. Again, make sure you take good notes because you will be able to use them throughout this unit.